Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Organic Nissa's. So this is kind of the first videos of cooking lessons, a quick recipes on doing pad thais using all these beautiful ingredients from the Mahbrook Organic Farms. I'm just very grateful that Chris, Marys and Adams have basically allowed me to just come in and pick this gorgeous fresh produce, all organic, right here on the farms to actually put into the pans and start cooking. So basically, organic Nissa is about trying to help people to get to the healthy lifestyle and feel more positive about their days using an organic food, which doesn't actually mean you have to switch to eat all organic food, but it's more about actually trying to being aware of what you put into your systems and trying to eat organically and putting less chemicals into your body if it's possible. So here I'm just gonna try to actually do a quick videos showing what I will be picking and shopping and then put into the pans and turn into delicious meals for you. So hope you like it and come back and check me on the www.organicnissa.com, or you can actually email me on nissa@organicnissa.com. Thank you. So basically, I think with the pad thai, it's a sweet and sour dish, which means the vegetable that actually gonna go in is gonna actually need to soak all the beautiful flavors from the dish. Leek, which is actually a similar family to spring onions, would be great because it's actually fairly close to Asian's spring onions, same family, and will give that kind of peppery flavors to the dish. So I reckon because the farm has so many great produce here. So you got the leeks, courgette, corns, the aubergines, some pumpkins right over there. So I think we're going to leave the pumpkin because the pumpkins will be a little bit more difficult to actually cook and to actually with the time that we have. So I think we will be picking some leek, some aubergines, and maybe a little bit of peppers, which is actually they call it capsicums in Australia. So let's get some leek, shall we? So basically, we'll be looking for a nice leaves. I mean, organic produce. Sometimes you get a little bit of, a little bit of hole, which is the pests actually go through them, which is actually fine because the flavors would be absolutely perfect anyway. So we're just gonna cut some leek here, or you can pull out from the ground. So this is beautiful leeks right here. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so we got 3 leeks here. So I think with the 1 pack of the noodles, you probably can go for about 3-4 leeks with other vegetable. So that should be a big pack of noodle. 1 pack of noodles should be able to serve up to 2 to 3 people, depending on how much you want to eat, I guess. So these are the zucchinis, and you can actually eat the flowers, which is these beautiful yellow flowers right here, we can actually take some of those to actually put in pad thais as well as the zucchinis itself. So we cut some of the zucchini flowers. Right, so we got some of the zucchinis right here. This beautiful. So cut some of the baby zucchinis. Isn't that great? So basically we got some baby zucchinis right here. Just the baby ones just make it even sweeter than the actual full-grown one. So we'll pick, I got about 4 or 5 little zucchinis right here. So we'll go pick a little bit more of the capsicums. It's a gorgeous day when I came, but a little bit of dark clouds rolling in at the moment, but I think we'll be okay. So the ones who actually washing at home, if you don't have the farm that you can go to pick the vegetable yourself, you can actually try to contact Organics, Mahbrook Organics. The farms here is in Albion Park. They're doing a market on Wednesday, a Kayama's market, and every third Sundays at every fourth Sunday at the Cordale School Market, and they do the beautiful vegetable there as well. Or any local organics supermarket that you can go to get some, or the one that you grow from home. So this is actually aubergines. So we'll pick some of this as well, which is actually beautiful. Purple flowers, right? So this is gorgeous. So we can see that this is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll pick some of these, just cut from the top. Okay. So for some people who actually find that they don't actually want to eat the vegetable that actually have to look absolutely perfect, I really think that it doesn't actually have to be that way, because the most odd looking vegetables, which is the organic way, because you can't control the environment to actually have everything perfect, which means that the produce that comes out will have a different size and various size. So I think if people can actually try to remember that organics will actually have a varieties of size, and the fruit, the vegetable might not looking perfect, I think it will actually help the organic farmers who are working really hard in their land, and the flavors of the products, of the produce, would be absolutely beautiful. So I hope that you can maybe aware of that, and then maybe try to just use the one that actually looking a little bit odd and not as perfect as you hope to be. Because for people who work so hard the farms, they really do put all their heart into it. So I really hope that you can try to remember that and help them. So I'm going to get some of the spring onion, which is absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to pull it straight out from the ground. Actually, I don't think I'm going to pull out the ground. Okay, so I've got some spring onions. Oh no, I think I just felt a bit of rain. So this is the beautiful capsicums. And I am looking, so you can see some of these capsicums is actually falling down right now on this beautiful red capsicum right there. So we'll get some of the green one as well. So okay, I think we have more than enough vegetables now. So let's go wash some of these vegetables, some of the dirt off, and then we can start shopping. So this water is actually rainwater that Adams, the owners of farms, and Mary's and Chris is actually collected. So this is absolutely beautiful fresh water. So I'm trying to wash the spring onions and the leek a little bit. Focus more on the root, because that's where they usually collect the dirt. So yeah, so just a little bit, because the dirt will usually by at the end of near the root. It's actually where the dirt usually collect. When the rains come down, and dirt is kind of just collect right there. So it will just spoil your lovely taste of the dish. So I was trying to wash that a little bit more on that. Yep. Just wash the leaves. Okay, so I just arranged the vegetables in a little plate here, and this is just a little bit of cabbage from the organic it's not from the farm, but I actually just chopped that to actually put that in as well. And there's bean sprouts and some of the organic noodles. It's a Japanese organic noodles that you can get from any normal supermarket. So we're just gonna actually do some chopping. Let's just actually warm up the pan first. So we'll just put the gas on fairly high heat and put some olive oil into the pan. Hopefully that would heat up fairly quickly. So let's start with the spring onion. So unfortunately it's a little bit windy day today, so hopefully our pan is going to be warm up in time. So just chop some of these leeks and the spring onion at the same time. Because you don't actually, it's not about being perfect in the kitchen when you're chopping your vegetable. We're focusing more on the flavors, and it's about actually having fun with your skills. So trying to not worry about oh my God, my vegetables is not looking perfect when I chop, and it's just, I'm not particularly skilled with knife, so it's not about that. So trying to just basically have fun. Okay, I think we got plenty of those in there. So got some of the aubergines here. So we're gonna actually chop it in kind of around. Yep. So it's got some aubergines there. Right, so we got the baby zucchinis now, so we're going to quickly chop that. Yep. And beautiful red capsicums. So with the capsicums, we just want to actually take only the flesh, and the seed we just leave it out. We're just going to leave it here for the moment. And the one that looks a little bit bruised or something, we just basically throw it in the bin. So yep. So we're gonna chop it in a kind of a lengthwise. So anything that you think is a little bit bruised, so you just take that out. So we try not to waste the food. And the baby zucchini, the zucchini flowers. I can just hear that the thunder is actually on its way. So I got some garlics as well. I didn't actually pick it up from here, but this is also organic garlic that it's already been peeled, so just save some time. So just quickly chop that. For me, I actually just like munching the fresh capsicums or fresh vegetable as well, and absolutely beautiful. It's very sweet. The noodles I have right here is actually already been cooked. So what you do is basically just boil some water and just put the noodles in for about 5 to 6 minutes, or what it said on the package, and drain the noodles with the cold waters, and maybe put a little bit of olive oil just to actually make sure they don't actually stick too much together. And so I already prepared that. So with the pad thais, to make things a lot quicker, I also use the kind of a natural source pad thai, and you can buy them from any supermarket. I bought mine from Coles. So this is actually great, something quick that you can have at home. So basically with the oil that you use, You can use any vegetable oil, sunflowers, peanut oil, or I sometimes use olive oil, but to actually make sure that your to have a good oil for your health when you're actually doing stir fry, so it doesn't actually transfer the fat into transfer fat and actually harm your body. It's probably best to use coconut oil, but the coconut oils also actually add a little bit more sweetness to it. So if you're just aware of the dish that you use when you actually cook, that you don't mind a little bit of sweetness into the dish, then it's absolutely fine. I don't actually mind too much with the coconut oil, but my husband, he's basically not particularly fan of the coconut oil, but you know, it depends on what your palate is like and what you prefer, really. I really don't think that this is actually working because the wind is blowing quite a lot. I think we might have to actually pack it up because the rain is actually coming down with a bit of hailstone as well. Oh my God.
Yes.
Hi, so I basically now have to start setting everything up again because basically we just had a hailstorms and lots of rain coming in, so we had to pack, and now we kind of moved the locations just to actually back of the farms, and you can just see a little bit of the grass and the cows there. So my pans is now actually finally heat up. So I'm going to actually chuck the garlics in. So the one that I chopped earlier, unfortunately, I had to throw away because it's full of rain. So we basically start to where we were before. So just basically just quickly heat up the garlic. So you can feel the sizzling. The reason for that is because the pan was a little bit wet from the rain earlier. So now, but at least it's actually heating up, which is great. So, so I'm going to chuck some of the spring onions in. Some of the vegetables in straight away. So unfortunately the vegetable is now a little bit disorganized because I have to pack them up really quickly to put in a car to avoid the rain earlier. So this is the capsicums that's actually going in now. So I can feel the heat is actually coming through. So the sauce that we're going to be using is some of the organic soy sauce. This one I use Nikki Coleman. That I got it from Coles. This one's organic. And this one is organic olive oil with some chilies flavors in there, some salt, some peppers, and the pad thai sauce. This one is all natural ingredients, and it's basically you can just take it out from open the packs and kind of pour it in, and some of the organic coconut sugars. Fish sauce, olive oil, again that's the organic one. I got this one from Salt, Meat and Cheese. This is a local supermarket near my house, and another soy sauce. This one is kind of a more salty one. This one is oyster sauce. So just waiting for the pan to heat up. Hopefully I can just see that the pan is now, is sizzling up, which means we can actually stir the vegetables. So the basic idea of stir fry is trying to have the pan as hot as possible so we can actually quickly stir fry the vegetables in the pan without wilting them, and then kind of just stew them and kind of slowly basically cooking them too much. We just want to quickly stir them, fry in the pan, and then basically just take it out. So now So I'm going to add the noodles, and this again is organic noodles. So I'm just going to add some noodles in. This is a Japanese organic noodles. Generally with pad thai you use a flat rice noodles, and that's the one that usually for a Thai cuisine you use those. But because we're just trying to be healthy, so this one is kind of a whole meal, whole wheat noodles that I use, and they work just as well. So I'm just going to stir some of the pad thai sauce in right now. Just trying to open that. Okay, so we're just pouring that in. So the thing with Thai food is basically you need to balance between the saltiness and sweetness and the sourness and a little bit of chili, which is the heat from it. If you can get those right, basically you can get delicious Thai food. It's about getting those balanced flavors together, and it's about practice really. Once you actually cook more and taste more, then you will kind of know what you actually prefers and how the food's supposed to taste. So it's about actually just trying to actually experiment at home really. So I can feel the heat is actually warming up. So generally you will be putting, if you people who actually eat meat, you can put some chickens or some prawns. You don't usually use beef with this dish, because you can if you actually prefer it, but I think the chickens actually, because the chicken have kind of a more bland flavors, you probably want to actually use chickens or prawns better for this particular dish. And I'm just going to actually stir some of the free-range Manning's barley, free-range eggs. I got these from Coles. So just gonna put them in. So because most of the time you actually will beat the eggs outside, but you don't have to. So basically I just put the eggs in one side of the pan and just basically just beat them in with the spatula, and just basically just let them cook on one side, and then you can actually stir the cooked eggs around the noodles. So the eggs is now starting to cook, so it will have a texture of a little bit of a scramble. So hopefully the one that actually cooking this dish at home, you will have a better luck than I do with the heat from the stove. But because I'm trying to actually show this gorgeous views from the south coast and pick those ingredients from the farm myself, so you sometimes have a little bit of technical issue, which is how things are, but never mind. So now I'm just going to start stirring in the eggs with the noodles. So if my husband would be kindly to actually grab me forks, that would be great. So we're going to put a little bit of chili oils in. Generally, you don't want to put too much in, because pad thai it's not usually a spicy dish. It's actually sweet and sour. So put a little bit of chili oils in, a bit of soy sauce. Which is kind of open at the moment, but never mind. Just put some of the soy sauce in. It's probably about maybe 2 tablespoons or maybe 1.5 tablespoons. Fish sauce, about 2 teaspoons, and some oyster sauce, about 3 to 4 teaspoons right there. So we're just going to put a little bit of salt. Thank you very much. So, some salt and a little bit of peppers. And it's really important that you actually taste your food. So some people who may be a little bit scared when they're cooking the first time, it really is about just experiment. And the more you experiment, the more you will be more confident and you have a better idea of the food that you like and how you prefer the flavors. Because this is all about you trying to understand yourselves a little bit better, and also to kind of just get to know what's your preference or the palate of the food is. So I can just see that the noodles in here is a little bit more than the vegetables, so I'm just going to grab a little bit more of the cabbage here, because the cabbage is actually a very easy vegetable to actually cook through. So we'll just do that. And we're very, very close to finishing this now. And in this box I have some carrots and some coriander that I already chopped from home. So we're just going to grab put a few carrots in here, just add a bit more colors to it. And carrots also add a little bit more sweetness to it. These carrots are organics as well. So I just have 1 chili in there just to add a little bit of spiciness to it. And a little bit of coriander. Yep. And we just basically waiting for the whole thing to come together. Generally, it doesn't actually take this long for the stir fries to actually cook through, but because of the heat technical problems I have here, usually it would take probably about 10 to 12 minutes top, really. So let me just have a quick taste to see how it is at the moment. So you might want to add a little bit more salt or a little bit more sugars or So for me, I think you probably add a little bit more soy sauce to it, and a tiny bit more of the organic coconut sugars. So just a little bit of sprinkles to it. Okay, and now quickly stir it together. We are basically coming to finishing off this now. So now we have the pad thai. So just basically, so the noodles, the amount of noodles that you see on there is about 2 packs worth of noodles, and they should hopefully eat serve to 3 to 4 people. So we have it. A beautiful pad thai. So I hope you enjoy that, and if there's any questions or if you have any comments about how the videos come out today, I would love to hear from you. So go to visit the site at www.organicnissa.com, or you can email me, nissa@organicnissa.com. Thank you.